everybody, how is it going? My name is Byzantine Soul, and welcome back to Dragon Age. Yesterday, I played through the entire Dalish Alpha origin story, and then I realized there were some bugs happening. None of the mods were working. There was some stuff going on. So, after stream yesterday, and Meryl wasn't wearing any clothes, and after stream yesterday, I immediately went and I replayed the entire everything that we had done on stream so far, and I replayed everything. I made a new character like 4 times. Well, more than that, because I was testing everything just to see if everything was working properly, and it wasn't until it was, and then I did everything on easy. But then I realized that half of the mods weren't working. So today I woke up and I got rid of it, deleted all those saves, and redid everything over again from the beginning on normal and got all the mods working. You'll notice we look a little bit different. We have different armor on, different hair color. Meryl is the same though. I couldn't figure out how to fix her, but we got all the mods working now. And I redid the whole origin story. So now imagine everything that happened yesterday happened again, but we were wearing this armor instead of the armor that we were wearing yesterday, because this is the new stuff. We also got Fang, our mother's dagger from the chest. And also you can see Fenrir's is covered in blood. I maybe accidentally, I was skipping through dialogue to get through it faster, and I maybe accidentally added Fenrir to the party. So now imagine everything that we did yesterday, we did again in this armor with Fenrir. He wasn't important in the slightest. He didn't say or do anything meaningful in any way. He was just taking my XP, I guess. But that's fine. But yeah, I replayed it all on easy, and then I deleted all those saves and replayed it all again on normal, just trying to get everything working. But we're all working now. We got everything activated. Everybody's got slightly different hair and eye colors, but that's fine. And then also, you'll notice you'll see the helmet on in the menu, but not in the game, which is good, which means we still get the stats and everything. But now that all the mods are working, I have access to a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't have before. We got runes, we got some other stuff that is not normally in the game, but that's fine. We got all the mods activated and working, and everything's good, everything's a dandy. We shouldn't have any more problems. I also got rid of the portion of the mod that lets the bodies stay for a long time, or forever. They don't go away. I got rid of that. Well, I tried to get rid of that a few times. I had to play through the opening a few times to get it to work properly, to go back to how the game is supposed to be, because I figured we don't need the bodies to stay forever when we auto-loot. And I don't know why that never occurred to me in the past when I played it the first time with the mods a few years ago, but I guess it doesn't matter. But we are going to continue, and hopefully it doesn't crash. It shouldn't crash. I also realized yesterday that for some reason we were playing a .exe of the game that didn't have the LLA or the LAA patch installed, the 4GB patch, or any of my other bug fixes that I have installed, and that's probably why it crashed. I don't know how it restored itself or re-updated itself to be the original version of the game, even though literally right before stream yesterday I replaced the XE, but it did. But today it didn't, so we got everything working. We got all the technical stuff working. I've had to play this Dalish origin like 4 times completely, and then start it about 4 more times just to see if everything was working. But we're back to where we were, and we're going to continue the game, and hopefully nothing happens that's bad.
Your keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden.
I also adjusted the volume, so if anything is too loud or too quiet, please let me know. I don't know. I don't know what I thought the voices were a little quiet yesterday, so I turned everything up a little bit. I would be honored, but how did this come about?
The darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that, but it means joining us.
Then I will join you.
I welcome you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalen. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go?
I would like to stay for Tamlin's funeral, and hopefully we can see Tamlin's funeral properly this
We have much
time.
ground to cover, but I cannot deny you that. Say your farewells. Then we must be off.
Come then, Dalen. Before the creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
Yes, Keeper. Hopefully this doesn't break anything and we can actually continue the game. Meryl, please. Meryl, please. Way to ruin the moment, Meryl. Jeez. Jeez, oh jeez. Well, it's better than nothing.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
And that's not good, is it?
Kaelin, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Hello,
Not
King.
if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
Tis
No
he.
need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
What did you just call me? I am Sol, Your Majesty. We'll be nice to him. He's the king, after all.
The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor.
Too bad the same can't be said of yours, oof. That humans considered us dangerous vagrants. You know of the Dalish, King Kaelin. You know of the Dalish, King Kaelin?
I wish I knew more, but your people aren't exactly fond of mine. For good reason. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Farewell. See you later, King. Oh, we did a little Dalish bow. Very cool.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, you don't sound very reassured. He doesn't seem to take the Darkspawn seriously. Yeah, you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Why not? He seems Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
See you later, Duncan. Holy epic music. Oh my god, we gotta... Oh, I forgot to mark all of these as red, but we did read them yesterday, except for some. I will read them again. I will read them. I'll read these two. Okay, I'm just remembering which ones I still need to read. All of those. Okay. We'll read those in a second. I want to see this new ring I got. Keeper's Ring. +2 dex, willpower, magic, and mental resistance. Oh my. Oh my. Yes, we got Fang. Known as the Fang of Fen Harel, this elegant dagger was first wielded in the battles to save the Dales. It was passed down to your mother and from her to you. Now, this is an item from a mod, but as you can see, everything is very lore friendly, and I think fits perfectly with the theme. And also the fact that it's Fen Harel is insane. I didn't realize that it was. We also have our father's helmet. The set was worn by your father when he was still just a young hunter. Despite its age, it's still very sturdy and has helped you escape from tricky situations more than once. If you remember from yesterday, our father was the former keeper of the clan before Marathari. Okay, I guess it has the same... Yeah. Has the same, It has the same description. A hala has been painted on the front to invoke Gillenine so the hunter might find its way home. Very cool. I don't think we got any new items here. We have some Dalish longbows. We did get a different bow, Island's longbow, but I guess that's the same one we got before. But yeah, I am going to run around this little area for a second just so I can see if there's anything that I can get before the Tower of Ashal is over here. Tower guard. He won't let me in. Let me in. But yeah, we finished up the Dalish Origin, which I think is very cool. I think it is of the ooh. Very cool. And then you can see the domes and the other structures in the Kokari Wilds. That's very cool. I didn't know you could see those from here. That's very, very cool. What I was going to say is, we finished the Dalish Origin, and of all of the origins in this game, I do think it is the weakest in terms of direct connection to the plot of the game, but it is quite strong in lore for the series as a whole and the world as a whole, and it has a lot of repercussions, not just in the origin, but throughout the rest of the game and in all of the other games that come after it as well, which I think is very cool. I mean, Van Harel is mentioned like within the first 2 seconds of you playing the game, right? By Tamlin, so it's just very interesting to have all of that presented to you in such a way that I'll admit did they just keep a mushroom? Hold on, did they put a mushroom in a chest? That's crazy. It's very interesting. The rest of the origins in this game, if you haven't played them, are very emotionally wrought. They tie into the story of the blight, of this blight in particular, a lot more. They have a lot more direct connection to the rest of the story and places that are mentioned quite often throughout the game, and people that are mentioned like the House and the Circle of Magi and Denerim, and High Ever is mentioned constantly, and you get to know all these things. But so every other origin story has, which race throws it back the best? The dwarves, obviously. So this origin story in particular doesn't have that connection to the rest of the game. But because the Dalish are nomadic, so you're not really connected to anything. But it gives you a lot of information about the world and the religion and the history and the culture that I think is super interesting and has ramifications for the rest of the game. And in Inquisition, especially in Veilguard, I would assume, since it's basically Inquisition 2. But those flags just popped in down there, which makes it really interesting to play as a Dalish elf in this game, because you don't have that emotional connection to what's going on from the origin, but you have a much more like mystical connection to what's going on.
You must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Shut up. You have like, right, I'm not like, you know, Tamlin getting beset by evil demon mirror is like weird spiritual shit. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything until, you know, you have a bunch of, till way later in the game, way later in the game, and way later in the other games, which I think is really interesting.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
But that does mean it's less emotionally impactful than all of the other ones. Where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
Being barefooted in this world seems wild. Yeah. This is mod armor, so it's not how you would normally
Try heading north.
walk around for
Ferelden.
Ferelden.
With a message to the mages.
Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logains closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
What a very strange, what a strange saying. Basically what I'm saying about the origins is that maybe don't play the Dalish Elf on your first try, but once you know more about the rest of the series, I think is the best one in terms of knowledge. If you want emotion, I think the City Elf or the Human Noble is the best one. And the Circle of Magi is good too. Basically, I don't know how good the dwarves are because I've never played as them. Because I've never played as dwarves in Dragon Age, but I assume they're also better than the Dalish Elf to start with. The Circle of... Oh, do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them.
Darkspawn.
It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
The Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy, quiet fellows, the Tranquil.
The
Give me
Tranquil.
shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
And where's the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Loghain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguard. Drives Tairn Loghain wild, that does.
Any way to get supplies here?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Alright, I will
Go on then. Good
be
luck
on
to
my
you.
way. I'll be on my way. And we got some new codexes, which I will read once I'm done. I want to play the game a little bit, and then I'll read a bunch of codexes. Royal Enclave. Oh, it's just what it says.
Hail to you.
Hail to you. King's personal guard.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
Fancy armor you got there, sir. Tell me about the king. You must see him a lot.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact.
He rides
Tairn
them
Loghain
wherever
sees the
they
king
go.
Whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see in the coming battle. I don't think that's gonna happen, buddy. I think your optimism is to be applauded, but King's kind of naive from what we've seen all 2 seconds of him.
That's how the Tairn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Tairn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen?
She's the Tairn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Alright.
As you wish. Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now.
And where is he?
I believe is with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard.
Alright, you said that already. Guess it wouldn't hurt to go up here first. There's nothing up here.
Look carefully, men. This wretched thing is...
Sack. Soldier of High Ever, huh? Interesting.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
I have great respect for the Wardens, unless they're from Orlais.
I respect that.
Ostagar is a very defensible location. Even if the Horde outnumbers us, we should see a decisive victory.
Just some mild racism going on. That's totally fine.
I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the Fade, for there is no darkness, nor death in the Maker's light.
Hail to you.
How do you do? Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just.
I wonder if the mods that I have installed added those there, because I don't remember them being there. But maybe they were there the whole time. I don't know. I don't know.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You
Oh my
believe
god.
I don't know what
Old Lady Warden.
We've
Or
won every
Knight.
battle, but there's more of them each time.
that? Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
Okay, have fun with that. And this is the Darkspawn. This is the first time you see... Well, no, I guess we fought them in the Dalish.
For instance, is something called a genlock. They're pretty
A
common,
genlock.
but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new Darkspawn are coming from or what they can do. All I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
So, this is something I didn't think about. In the Dalish origin, you do see Darkspawn before you get here. But at least in some of the other origins, at least in the City Elf origin, you do not. This is the first time you would ever see a Darkspawn, which is kind of interesting. Is he still talking? Yo, Loghain, this guard.
The tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about Tairn Loghain.
How can you not know of Loghain?
I'm an elf, buddy.
He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Tairn inside? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Oh, surely you could tell me about him. Hold on, I gotta take my hair tie out. My scrunchie. Alright, I would like an audience with the Terran, please.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Yep, I got a message for him. I got so many messages for him.
What is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Alright, Logain. And how do you know that?
His Majesty could not contain his excitement after your meeting. How could I not hear about you? Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
For some, I don't know why. He's talking about the Grey Wardens, obviously, but for like 2 seconds I zoned out and I thought he was talking about the elves. Yes, I've heard that. A fascination you don't share?
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. I see you're a Dalish. Marek knew a Dalish elf once. Never saw an equal with the bow before or since. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
Crazy, even in this world there's people who love Logan Paul, Logang. Oh my god. No spoilers, but if anyone was gonna love Logan Paul, it wouldn't be him. But he is bad in a different way. What did you ask me? I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you? I don't know.
If Kaelin has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
I am not. The Dalish don't have kings.
And yet the fate of the Grey Wardens lies in his hands. Remember that.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best, Zaddy. No, we don't need to talk to Duncan.
Stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king.
So sad. Everybody's praying. They're all gonna die.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed.
Of the breed?
Are you the
Doggy.
new warden? I could use some help.
Give me your dog. What's the problem?
This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him
nasty.
first.
Why do you think I could muzzle him? Just how smart is this dog?
Centuries ago, a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. Most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint to one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
Imagine a dog that could imprint on you. Why could he be imprinted to me?
We can try, but first we need to muzzle and medicate him.
Why do you think I could muzzle him? I am not strong.
You're a Grey Warden, or soon will be.
Oh yeah.
All Wardens are immune to the darkspawn taint.
Oh yeah.
Most you have to worry about is some tooth marks.
That'll do it. I'm not immune yet, though. I'm not a warden yet. I haven't done anything.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
Alright, doggy, come smelly. Oh, look at him. He's all blighted up. The dog looks up at you respectfully, backing down from his aggressive stance. You can see intelligence in his eyes, as well as a great deal of pain. This animal is very ill. Kill the dog? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put the muzzle on the dog. The Mabari growls weakly, but does not challenge you. After you're done, he whimpers plaintively.
Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I have no idea. I might be. Why?
There's a particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white, with a blood-red center.
And where in the wilds would I find this flower?
It usually grows in dead wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
Alright, I'll see if I can find one. I'm not gonna be snippy with the dog kennel guy.
Good. In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
He just wants to help the dog. He's not gonna hurt me. Ash Warrior.
If you have business with the Ash Warriors, I suggest you speak to our commander.
It's Pick, sir. Go tell Turnlow Gain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, wow.
Maker's
Racism.
Another elf. What do you want?
To stab you through your neck. I happen to be a Grey Warden human, not some servant.
Congratulations. Not bad for an elf. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
I'm gonna slit your throat. You don't look like the other soldiers in the army.
We aren't. We're ash warriors.
And what is an ash warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the dwarf son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
And yet you are not a dwarf. Can I hear this old tale?
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Lathias was a Clane tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Lathias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Lathias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain.
The dogs are so freaking loud. Shut up. So you descend from the Clane.
They were simply the first to be taught. Others were inspired by his death to follow his path.
I actually, you know what? There's Ash Warriors in all of the games. Maybe not in 2, but they're definitely in 1 in Inquisition. I don't know if I've ever talked to this guy, and I don't know if I've ever learned this lore about the Ash Warriors. I just know that they exist. So this is kind of cool. I think I ignore this guy every time. And how did he die?
Lathias' prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Lathias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Lathias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day, and gave Lathias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings, even today.
It's kind of cool. Humans that live by dwarven tradition, that's pretty interesting. And what happened to his wife?
It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Lathias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion.
Oh,
then she was gone
nice.
forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
Good for him, good for him. So he betrayed his wife and killed his lover?
He was a great man with great passions. Perhaps you'll hear a more inspiring version in a tavern someday.
So, what does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
Is a dog that good in combat?
A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a
What is this guy talking about back
or
here?
those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
And why have you painted your dogs?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
Caddis. And what if the enemy is painted with caddis as well?
Why? Would you steal our caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Absolutely not.
Good. I hear death is unpleasant.
Like the cut of your jib. What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde.
What is this guy
With
doing?
luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Aw. Survives the blood? What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
Wouldn't be... Nah. It wouldn't be smarter to leave the dogs behind. That's their whole culture. I should be going.
Why, thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Very cool. They have different war paints on. Ooh, this one's just painted like blood. Ooh, very cool. Did I just walk through the dog? I just walked through the dog. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Let me go collect this elf root real quick.
Perhaps one day we will finally destroy these vile things.
Welcome to the
and
King's
Maker shall be pleased.
Did you just call me a lord? Do I look like a lord? I'm not even wearing shoes, brother. Well. Yeah. It's all and then some, I guess.
I can feel it inside me.
Whoa there, buddy. Calm down.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
You need to convince them. We've got to run.
Why?
The Darkspawn are coming.
Oh, yeah. Winter is coming. There are Grey Wardens here, you know.
The Grey Wardens will die. The King will die. We'll all die.
Very optimistic.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
And, what's wrong with him?
Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
She just looks at me like, what? It's so funny that in the heat of his panic, the best metaphor that he could come up with was caterpillars swarming a tree. So terrifying. Very scary.
Sir Duncan appears to be a worthy leader. The Grey Wardens are fortunate.
I don't think I should go that way. Jory? Hello, Jory. Scroll.
Yes.
Hello, priest.
I suspect you are one of the new.
We'll talk to Jory after.
Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
The British are coming. The Darkspawn probably have better teeth than the British. Will I accept the Maker's blessing? No. You administer blessings to elves, do you?
I merely pass on the Maker's blessings. He looks kindly on all who will receive him.
Does he destroy the homeland of those who will not? Pointed history question that we read about yesterday. Obviously he does, but we're gonna make this random woman come to terms with her own religion. I don't really care. I'll receive his blessing.
And I bless you, Great
We don't need to be
in the name
mean.
of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Thank you. Darkspawn is just the Brits with messed up teeth, for sure.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
And who are you? You've heard about me?
Not a great deal. We've been waiting for your arrival, though.
Who's we?
Sir Jury is my name. I hailed from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arlaman. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
Maybe they need to start letting fewer humans in. Do you have a problem with that?
No, clearly the Grey Wardens pick their recruits on their merits. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I wouldn't be here. You're not all that smart, are you? Oh my god. I love the dark answers in this game, but we're not gonna be violent. I wouldn't be here if I had a choice in the matter.
I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
Only that is dangerous. It's all a big secret. You don't like the idea? It's all a big secret, apparently.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Alright. Very cool. Oh, hello, prisoner.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up, and I'm starving.
What did you do, though? Tell me why you're in there first. Yeah.
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
And, did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think?
Okay, why were you sneaking, big
All I
boy?
want is a bit of food and water.
If you weren't deserting, why sneak around the camp?
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to sanitize this key. I'll, see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Gross.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
And who is this prisoner exactly?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Why do you want to desert?
Why does anyone want to desert? Because he thinks he's going to die and he's a bloody coward, that's why. Either that or he's been listening to a bunch of hogwash about how the Darkspawn will drag you off and eat you.
Seems a waste for you to guard him all day.
I can't just let him go, can I? The army will figure out what to do with him. Probably just waiting for someone important to make a decision. Then they'll hang him, I expect. And I can go and do something else.
You know, I talked with him actually. He mentioned something about a key that he shit out of his ass.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He claimed he asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
This guy has such a funny accent. So you miss one meal. This man could be hanged soon.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs.
All right.
I don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
Yes, sir. Take this.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's some food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
I'm not using it with my hands, that's for sure. Okay, we gotta go do everything down here first. Daveth.
So,
why did the audio
life
fuck
is
up?
fleeting, you know.
It's so funny.
That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Oh, she just walked away. Get owned.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
And who are you?
The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit.
And what do you know about this ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kukari wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why are they so frightening?
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now darkspawn. What isn't to
You
be
know,
scared
you make
of?
a good
It's all
point.
too secretive for me.
That's a
Makes my nose twitch.
That's a good
I
list.
guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine.
I suppose I could do that. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
All right. See you, King. I'm gonna just steal this stuff out of your chest real quick, Quartermaster. Don't mind me.
Elf. Where's my armor? And why are you dressed so preposterously?
You mean like an elf? What do you mean? Are you mistaking me for a servant?
What? Oh, you're the one who arrived with the Grey Warden.
Come on,
Please,
man.
forgive my rudeness. There are so many elves running about, and I've been waiting for...
Just...
It's simply been so hectic. I never thought...
Just stop talking.
Please, pardon my terrible manners.
Just stop
I'm
talking.
just the quartermaster, a simple man. No one special.
Perhaps you should treat your servants more kindly.
Yes, of course, you're very right. Did you come for some supplies, perhaps?
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Let me see what you got.
Let me know what you'd like.
Let me see your regular goods before I go buying some bullshit. Let me get rid of these. I don't need this, or this, or this, or this. We'll keep these. We'll get rid of the mace, and the maul, and the short bow. And the Elma bow, I suppose. Get rid of one of these. And one of these. I don't know if we need all this stuff. But we'll keep it, I guess. And then what do you have? Other than the things I just bought from you. Nothing that appeals to me. Nothing crazy here. You have some health poultices. You have a backpack, which I will be buying. So I can get more space. Do we have any injury kits? We do not. I don't want to buy any. I do want to buy the recipe so I can make them myself, though. But I don't know if I need that right now. I don't know if I need that right now. Now show me your other goods. He's got bombs. He's got bombs. He's got bombs and big boy guns. Ooh, you have some stuff. You do have some stuff that costs a lot of money. Oh my god. And of high ever? Okay, I don't need any of that. None of that is drugs, so I don't know why he was being all secretive about it. Hello, Win. I'll talk to you on my way out, Win. Don't worry. Oh, I didn't even know I could go this way. Okay. Easy peasy.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
If you say so, King. Never mind. Hello, Win.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Win, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Hello, Win. Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Yeah, working together is not the easiest thing in the world, huh? You've faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
A little. We call it the Beyond, but I know of no connection.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
Yes, I read about that. So Darkspawn are dream spirits?
Sadly, no.
Aw.
They are kin to neither the gentle Fade spirits nor the malevolent demons. Shamefully, they were once the souls of men. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
The Chantry says many things.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least it's something to ponder. I don't want to be mean to Win for no reason.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
I love this outfit, by the way. That is not... It's one of the mod thingies. Looks good. Hey, can I have this?
That course of action is inadvisable.
Okay, never mind.
Welcome, young man.
And who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable.
Invaluable, huh?
Provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak very strangely. Just walk up to somebody. Hey, you speak like an asshole. No. Why do you talk like that, brother?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Because magic is powerful and dangerous, maybe? Possibly?
It is dangerous beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily, and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent.
It's so fucked up.
No longer dangerous.
It's so messed up. They took away all your emotions and all your magic at the same time? How is someone made tranquil?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
Sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror.
You don't feel anything.
I am content to serve in my role.
That's horrifying. Let's talk about something else, brother.
What may I assist you?
Brother mage. What is enchantment exactly? That's terrifying. That is existential horror right there.
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
I should go.
Goodbye.
I should go. If I... Hold on, if I go somewhere he can't see me. Like maybe over here. And then stealth. Can I open this chest? I'm stealth. I'm still stealth. You can tell that I'm still stealth.
That
Shit.
course of action is
Alright.
inadvisable.
Never mind. He doesn't want me to touch his stuff. We'll have to get it later. We'll have to come across it at a later time. And then look at all the servants are elves. So messed up. Hello, woman.
You're very lucky to have such an opportunity.
Yep. Well, yeah, sure.
I didn't know I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch.
Oh no. She'll get the switch. Can't be good. Alright, Alistair, I'm ready for you.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Smarmy.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Somebody's got a tongue on him.
One good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Would that make your day worse? We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Soul.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
I have. Yes, and just recently.
I've only fought them once up close. And that was before the battles here started, which Duncan has kept me out of so far. Tell me, did you find them as monstrous as I did?
Very British. I don't know. How monstrous did you find them?
I'd read so much, but it just can't prepare you. I don't look forward to seeing them again. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Once a Templar.
You don't know? Quick
no, I'm
version,
an elf.
Then. The Chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago.
6
I'm
months
sure
ago,
the revered
huh?
mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yeah, both of them.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on. Yes?
Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan
I gotta
saw
turn
I
this
wasn't
music
happy
down.
and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You didn't want to join the Chantry?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
You speak fondly of Duncan.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
Maybe he thought you'd be useful.
Or maybe he just happens to be a good man.
You don't really gotta accompany me, do you?
Don't worry. I'll try not to embarrass you.
Okay, thanks.
What about?
The Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
He's talking about the 4 previous blights. So they're knights? Heroes?
I don't know if I'd go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things.
Ew.
Whatever it takes to bring victory.
I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins.
They're griffins,
the griffins
huh?
died out, however,
Nope,
and our
never
numbers
mind.
have dwindled since the last blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations.
Where are they now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
So the Grey Wardens have the right to recruit anyone?
King Marek, Kalen's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during practice. We can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once.
That's all I wanted to
You want
know.
to ask me about something else? Then let's...
I will ask you about some other stuff, but after I turn this down... YouTube? YouTube? Am I back, YouTube? YouTube? I must be back. Alright, let's ask you some more questions about this blight. Do you want the Chantry's version or the truth? They aren't the same thing.
They seldom are.
Ooh. What's the Chantry version?
According to the Chant of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago, as punishment for tricking mankind into worshipping them. The old gods still whispered to some men and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker and became the first Darkspawn. They fled underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were the archdemons who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world.
I love the voice acting in this game. You can just tell how much he does not believe that version of events. And the truth?
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
So, what you talked about was the first blight?
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another blight.
So where's this archdemon?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
And what is an archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones.
Oh no.
Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why not kill the Darkspawn while they're underground?
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
Why are some people so skeptical? Why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last blight. People decided they were gone for good.
That was like a few hundred years ago, though.
Of course.
It was a whole, like, 2 ages ago. How do Grey Wardens defeat blights?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, The most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underal in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
How did anyone even know about the Blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well, you'll understand. Not to mention people
come in joining in the same
sentence.
sentence.
The wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
How many Darkspawn are out there?
Thousands, tens of thousands. They've had centuries to build up their numbers. You want to ask me about something else?
Yeah, tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man, a good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
He seems like a kind man, if firm.
Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You
So
want
you're
to ask
little,
me about
huh?
something else?
Tell me about the joining.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
Tell me about this upcoming battle.
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tern Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Kaelin just wants his place in history. The Tern is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
Logan lid. Why is it happening here of all places? That's a great question. I never even thought about that.
We're at the edge of the Korkari Wilds, the eye of the Blight Storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
And what are the chances of success?
I'm sure Tern Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
What if we fail?
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad.
Yeah, it sounds like
Neither
it.
the king nor the Tern really seems to believe this is a real Blight, however.
And how much will I be participating? I'm not even a Grey Warden yet, buddy.
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
Alright.
You want to ask me about something else?
Nope. I ask you about everything I've ever thought of in my life. There is no more. Oh, we got some runes. Can we walk out here? No, we cannot. Alright, now what? Are we done? Did I level up? Or is that just my talent? I gotta check this every time. What do you have, Alistair? He has a shield of the Grey Wardens, Warden's longsword, and some splint mail. Runic worry token. A cast rune, the surface worn by a preoccupied thumb. Alistair found it after an early skirmish with a darkspawn. He's fascinated by arcane imagery, something not unexpected of a Grey Warden. Very interesting. Shield given to Grey Warden recruits. Play the Grey Warden marked with the stamp of the griffin upon its pommel, and then the Warden's oath. All Grey Wardens receive these amulets after their joining, containing just a... That's spoilers. Don't look at that. That's spoilers, we haven't got that far yet. Alright, I think we've talked to everybody. And experienced everything, so let's talk to Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Davith was right. He's sending us into the wilds. And the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Yeah, we can blackmail them into uniting with us because they have it in writing. And how will we find this archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Is this part of our journey too?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
And if they are no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen. Magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
Great question.
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Find the archive and 3 vials of blood. Understood.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Yay! Alright, we got a whole party now. Where do we go? Where's the exit? That way. We go that way. Back to the bridge. Hello, King.
Somewhere I can direct you?
The Kokari Wilds. No, I'm good. This place looks so cool. It's like built on the mountain, half dilapidated old fortress. So cool. You get a big sense of history with this kind of like epic place. Can I walk up this? Nope. Hello, gate guard.
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow.
Alright, I guess I can't... Shut up. I guess I can't go that way. Never mind. I gotta go... that way. Oh no. Now we gotta run the other way. The complete other direction. What are you doing over here?
Make a watch over you, my lord.
My lord. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you with the howling winds. I gotta go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. There we go. Ooh. Alright. While we're here just chilling, we might as well listen to... not listen to. We might as well read the codexes that we don't have. I know we've done a lot of listening so far. But this is freaking lore through. We're gonna be listening to everybody, talking to everybody, and reading everything as much as we can. So I'm gonna read some codexes. You're gonna get to listen to me talk for a minute, and then we're gonna get on with the game. I'm actually gonna save the game while I'm here too, and then reattach my escape key that constantly falls off because it's not properly. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, let's go read some codexes. We also have some new quests here. The Archdemon. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumat. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the whisperer awoke at last in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world, the first blight. Threnodies 8.7, if you recall, the opening crawl to the game, when you start a new game, is Threnodies 8.13. The false dragon gods of the Tevinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instinct, as maws will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens twisted and corrupted and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land of Blight. The Mabari Warhound. Dogs are an essential part of Ferelden culture, and no dog is more prized than the Mabari. This breed is as old as myth, said to have been bred from the wolves who served Dane. Prized for their intelligence and loyalty, these dogs are more than mere weapons or status symbols. The hounds choose their masters and pair with them for life. To be the master of a Mabari anywhere in Ferelden is to be recognized instantly as a person of worth. The Mabari are an essential part of Ferelden military strategy. Trained hounds can easily pull knights from horseback or break lines of pikemen. Jesus Christ. And the sight and sound of a wave of war dogs howling and snarling has been known to cause panic among even the most hardened infantry. Yeah, that's kind of scary. That is kind of scary. The Chant of Light the Blight. No matter their power, their triumphs, the mage lords of Tevinter were men and doomed to die. Then a voice whispered within their hearts, "Shall you surrender your power to time like the beasts of the fields? You are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne of heaven and be gods." In secret they worked magic upon magic. All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil until at last it gave way. Above them a river of light. Before them the throne of heaven, waiting beneath their feet the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. But when they took a single step toward the empty throne, a great voice cried out, shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth. "And so is the golden city blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Violently were they cast down. For no mortal may walk bodily in the realm of dreams, bearing the mark of their crime, bodies so maimed and distorted that none should see them and know them for men. Deep into the earth they fled, away from the light. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumat. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the whisperer awoke at last, in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world, the first blight." From Threnodies 8. Threnodies sounds just such like a, you know, like, yeah, that's a chapter of the chant, yeah. Sounds churchy. Let's learn about the Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, Illyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of Illyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaws of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror... That has nothing to do with anything, does it? I say sarcastically, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. Yeah, so we learned from the Keeper, which is another bonus of being the Daily Shelf, I guess. So I guess you probably also learned this in the Circle origin, but demons desire to be mortal. Spirits go about their business for the most part, but demons' most base desire is to be human, I suppose, to be mortal, which is, I think, is very, very interesting. The Tranquil. The Tranquil are the least understood but most visible members of the Circle. Every city of respectable size boasts a Circle of Magi shop, and every one of these shops is run by a Tranquil proprietor. The name is a misnomer, for they are not tranquil at all. Rather, they are like inanimate objects that speak. If a table wished to sell you an enchanted penknife, it could pass as one of these people. Their eyes are expressionless, their voices monotone. Incomparable craftsmen they might be, but they are hardly the sort of mages to put ordinary folk at ease. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genitivi. Brother Genitivi is a name that's going to be coming up a lot, and you should remember it. It is an important guy, kind of. Oh, the legend of Luthieus Dwarfson. At an early age, Lithius, I'm going to call him Lithius, was smaller than most children of the Alamari, which is a tribe of people from before current culture. At the age of 12, Lithius saved Tutha, the son of the tribal chief, from his own dog. The dog had gone rabid, and when it attacked Tutha, Lithius slew it with his bare hands. Tutha's father, Mabine, was impressed with Lithius' strength and bravery, and so took him in as his own son. When Lithius grew to manhood, he became known for his charisma and bravery. He got the riz. While shorter than his fellow warriors, Lithius was stronger and doughtier than any warrior in the tribe. When Lithius was still a young man, Mabine sent him to the dwarven city of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance. This also shows you how old Orzammar really is. The dwarven stronghold is quite old. Mabine's tribe had come into conflict with other Alamari, and he needed as much help as he could get. Lithius was unable to convince the dwarven king to aid his tribe, but fell in love with the king's daughter, Skea. Lithius and Skea fled the dwarven realm and returned to his tribe. Skea taught Lithius the art of fighting without pain, the berserker state known as the Battle Wrath, and with it, Lithius became a renowned warrior. Lithius led his tribe to many victories, until eventually he replaced his foster father as chief of his tribe. This peace would not last. During a feast between the tribal leaders of the Alamari and the Avar, which are also an ancient culture of humans, but still exist in this current day, the beautiful and powerful Avar chieftain, Morriganen, became enamored with Lithius and seduced him. Skea learned of the tryst and fled the village to return to Orzammar. which is not really a thing you can do in this day and age. Actually, yeah, that's not really a thing that you can do. Surface dwarves are not allowed to return because they become castless. Maybe it was different back then, or maybe this is just a legend with conflicting information as opposed to the truth, which pretty much all of the history and lore in this game is posed by, I don't know, some interest or another that would have you believe their tale. So nothing is quite so black and white or cut and dry when it comes to all of this stuff. When Luthias rebuffed Morriganon's offer of marriage, she left in great anger, and from that moment on, there was war between the two tribes. For 15 years, the Alamari and Avar fought. During the Battle of Red Falls, a powerful young warrior from Morriganon's tribe challenged Luthias to a battle. Luthias was injured grievously, but slew the boy. Morriganon revealed that the boy was Luthias' son, conceived 15 years ago during their tryst. Ooh. She cursed Luthias as the murderer of his own kin, and the Battle of Red Falls turned against Luthias. Morriganon defeated Luthias in battle after battle, until the Alamari were driven to the foothills of the Frostback Mountains. There Luthias made a last stand, and the night before Luthias' final battle, Skea came to him and offered him a dwarven suit of chain in exchange for a night together. Luthias agreed, and wore the armor the following morning in battle. The battle was fierce and bloody, and Luthias met Morriganon in personal combat. In the end, Luthias slew the warrior woman, but not before receiving a mortal wound to his heart, the chain inexplicably unable to block her final blow. Luthias died, and after the battle was done, a party of dwarven warriors came down from the mountain and took the body of Luthias back to Orzammar. Author unrecorded, circa negative 350 ancient. That's old as shit. That is old as shit. That just goes to show, I guess, the lasting persistence of the Avar, for one, but also the dwarves. Just a lot of old shit going on that is still kind of sort of around in some ways. So we did not read, I clicked on them, but we did not read these two, and then Ostagar. The Grey Wardens. The First Blight had already raged for 90 years. Holy shit. Oh, actually, I think I read these yesterday. Yeah. Ostagar. Representing the furthest point of encroachment by the ancient Tevinter Imperium into the barbarian lands of the southeast, the fortress of Ostagar was once one of the most important defensive holdings south of the Waking Sea. It stood at the edge of the Korkari wilds, watching for any signs of invasion by the barbarians known today as the Chastened Wilders. Straddling a narrow pass in the hills, the fortress needed to be bypassed to reach the fertile lowlands to the north. Hello, Ashes. Welcome to the stream. My cat has arrived. And proved to be exceedingly difficult for the Wilders to attack because of its naturally defensible position. Like most Imperial holdings in the south, Ostagar was abandoned after Tevinter's collapse during the First Blight. It was successfully sacked, say that 8 times fast, by the Chastened Wilders, and then, as the Chastened threat dwindled following the creation of the modern Ferelden nation, fell to ruin completely. It has remained unmanned for 4 centuries, though most of the walls still stand, as does the tall Tower of Ishal, named after the great Archon that ordered its construction. Ostagar remains a testament to the magical power of the Imperium that created it. From Ferelden by Sister Petrine. So, this is Tevinter architecture, huh? I never really thought of it that way. But yeah, the fact that this place is still standing 400 years later with no upkeep is crazy. It's also crazy that they just let it fall to ruin for 400 years with no upkeep. But it is cool. It is quite interesting. Let's read some more. There's so much to be read. I will read the character stuff later. We do not need to be reading the character stuff. So there's actually, I lied, there's no more to be read. We just now have to go into the wilds and hope everything is hunky-dory. I'm just gonna make sure that nobody has... Is this better than your sword? It is. But I guess we'll leave you with the Warden's longsword for now. David has stuff that we could take from him to sell, I suppose. Crow dagger. I'm taking your shit. You don't need that. You can use your bow. He has a great sword and a crossbow. You can keep that. I don't need that. I don't need that either. Nah, I'll keep my Dalish weapons. I'll keep my Dalish weapons. But I will be taking your your little dagger, Davith. You're not gonna need it. Alright, let's go into the wilds and see what is going on. A Denerim soldier.
How do you do?
I do. I do be doing. Hello, Gate God.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Okay, that's ominous. That's very, very ominous. Thank you for your vote of confidence. I will do my best to not die.
I am ready.
You said you were from Redcliffe?
I hail from Redcliffe, but Duncan recruited me in Highever, a city off the northern coast. Have you traveled there?
No. Never.
I was in Arlayman's retinue when he attended King Marek's funeral. It was in Highever that I met my Helena. I was smitten. She has the most beautiful eyes, my Helena. Now, for years, I found any excuse to return there. We married a year ago. Arlayman gave me leave to serve in Highever, but I was attempting to persuade Helena to come to Redcliffe with me, at least until I was recruited.
So you abandoned her?
Never. I will return to her once my duty is done and the Blight defeated.
That's not a death flag at all. Not in the slightest. How did the Grey Wardens find you?
Last month, Duncan visited Highever, and the band held a tournament in his honor. I won the Grand Melee. It was hard to leave my wife. We married only a year ago, and she is heavy with child now. But Ferelden needs my blade, and I shall not falter.
What do you think of Duncan?
He has a seemingly impossible task, with a scarce handful of Grey Wardens, yet he does not complain or flinch from his duty.
And what do you think we should do now, big guy?
We need to find those documents and the Darkspawn blood. It should be interesting. Indeed.
Alright, so he's got a wife back home that's definitely not a death flag at all.
Yes?
Whoa, your eyes are too blue, buddy. Where are you from, Davith?
I grew up in a village about a day's trip to the east. Little blot you wouldn't even find on a map. Haven't been back in years. I struck out for the city as soon as I could outrun my pa. I've been in Denerim for what, 6 years now? Never liked it much, but there's more purses there than anywhere else.
So you're a cut purse?
And a pickpocket, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Or was, anyhow. Who'd ever guess I'd end up a Grey Warden?
How did they even find you?
I found them. I cut Duncan's purse while he was standing in a crowd. He grabs my wrist, but I squirm out and bolt. The old bugger can run, but the garrison caught me first. I'm a wanted man in Denerim, you see, so they were going to string me up right there.
And what happened then?
Duncan stopped them, invoked the right of conscription. I gave the garrison the finger while I was walking away. Don't know why Duncan wants someone like me, but he says finesse is important and that I'm fast with a blade. You bet your boots I am. Besides, it beats getting strung up.
The nervous laughter at the end is so funny. So what do you think of Duncan?
All right for an old bugger. He's faster than he looks, too.
And what should we do now?
You heard the same speech I did. Blood and old treaties. Off we go into the wilds.
All right, let's go.
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Damn right you are. Damn right you are. I thought I could walk up there. Wolves! Oh shit. So many wolves. Kick him. No, just hit him. Oh my god, that's so many wolves. Holy shit. Kick him. Good thing they're easy to kill. What did I get from that? I'm gonna have 4 wolf pelts. Some boots. Missionary Rogby. I sure hope it does. Jogby. Sorry, I didn't read that right. That's a chanter. That's a member of the chantry if I've ever seen one. Letter to Jogby. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chastened respect one with survival skills in the wilds, so I hope to get a grip on that before you arrived, and maybe establish an agreement with the local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. The landmarks are as follows. Beginning at the entrance to the wilds from Ossegard, look for a tree on a ruined building. Pass under a fallen tree bridge. Pass a submerged tower on the right. Look between a high ruined arch and a mossy standing stone. Walk along a path of roots and stones. Look for 2 large statues with a chest between them. And then there you will find our meeting point. Ooh. This is fun. Love you, Jogby, my son. Hope to see you again. Your father, Rigby. Rigby and Jogby. Fun names, I guess. Interesting names.
Over here.
Ooh, there's a lot of dead guys. Oh no. He's dying.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn.
He looks pretty
They
dead.
came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try to bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
We're covered in wolf blood.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Can't see behind my head, but this deer is gored up.
An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? 12? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
You sound like a coward to me. Overcoming these dangers is part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
Amen.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Amen. Alright, I could go the other way, but we're gonna go down here first. We're gonna get this flower for the dog, for the Mabari. Hold on, let me check one thing here. Let me check one thing here. What is going on with YouTube today? It says we're having a problem, but I'm not having a problem. Maybe we're having a problem. I don't know. Get back in the game. Yo, what? Oh shit, I didn't even see you guys there. Come here, guys. Come here, gamers. get backstabbed. Get backstabbed. Ow. Ow. They're shooting me. They're shooting me. It's not very nice. They're shooting me. The music is epic, but it is also quite loud. Even though I turned it down already. Oh, well. I want this elf fruit. Before we go back to Osgard, we're definitely going to be looking at everything that we can here in the wilds. There's stuff over there. I want it. Can I walk on this? No. Let me go this way first, I think. Is there anything over here? Or is this just a little alcove that I can walk on? Why can't I walk on this? Okay. I guess that's cool. I guess actually let's go up there and get all that stuff. Since it's right here. Go. Ooh. That's not good. That's not
Look
kosher.
there. Poor slobs.
Alistair.
So excessive.
He called them slubs. He called them poor slubs. You see those wolves fighting Darkspawn over there? You see that? They're fighting nature. Very interesting.
Yes.
Hey, I'm supposed to be the rogue. Why are you sneaking up on me? Oh, I leveled up. And I'm slowed for some reason? Are they still fighting wolves over there? Oh, I guess they killed the wolves. It took them forever to kill those wolves, man. These guys just suck. Oh wow, Alistair really got him. Got a lot of Darkspawn blood. Missionary Rigby. Can I see the codex? To whoever finds this note, this is the last will and testament of Rigby the missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's word. I have come to the wilds to speak to the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hands of the Darkspawn. I leave all that I came with to my wife, Jeddah. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in a Tevinter ruin in the western reaches of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. Oh my god. To my wife and son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but I know that I die in the service of the Maker. Rigby. Well, good news, Rigby. Your son also died in the service of the Maker. He's that way. Poor guy. Poor little man. At least let me loot the elf fruit before you ambush me. Backstab him, backstab him, backstab him. Okay, we still have tons of inventory space. Okay. Where am I going? This way? I don't know what way I'm going. Hello. Okay. No more darkspawn, please. Or maybe a little bit of darkspawn as a treat, perhaps. Squirrel! Squirrel! Be free, my friend. This doesn't look good. Could be bad, actually. Oh yeah, there's definitely darkspawn here. Herlock Emissary. Ow. We gotta stun him before he magics the hell out of everybody. Where are you running, dude? Stop running. Oh, he walked me right into a trap. I gotta drink these poultices. Somebody else go get that guy. Oh no. What are you doing back here, little dude? He's hiding from me. I think Davith just died. Oh, I just died. Holy shit. This game do be on normal, huh? Oh, we gotta kill this guy. And Alistair, you should have... some potions on your hot belt. Hot key belt, hot bar, whatever it's called. Eat a potion. And then go kill this guy. Smack him. Alright. Alright, now everybody you get up. Thank you. Everybody wake up. We're gonna go 20 cunning, 12 constitution, so I have a little bit more health. And then we're gonna go expert coercion. We don't need to steal. Combat movement is probably good, but I like opening locks. Oh, I can get both. We'll get both. We will get both. And then we will treat our injuries, I suppose. My cracked skull. I don't think I have an injury kit. So... I guess that's...
Crap. So simple to see, really. Don't look now.
Don't walk in the trap.
I am ready.
I don't care about you.
Indeed.
I'm trying to undo the trap to get some XP. Alright, everybody come over here. I guess that one must be bugged out. What was that codex I got? Other than the controls. A pinch of ashes. Torn from a book on local myths and legends. The Kokari Wilds are rife with legends and myths that have amazed and confounded scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tale of Ostia and Nebunar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Ostia grew up in the company of Gazarath, a spirit of the earth bound to an overhang on the bank of a lake in the Kokari Wilds. Gazarath began to fancy her, and they spend much of their days together talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Ostia became a woman and began to seek the company of men. Ooh, bad idea. When Ostia met Nebinar, the two fell in love, and Ostia hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her be gone. Gazarath told her that she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Ostia was horrified, and she fled from the enraged spirit. But she began to miss Gazarath. And on the day Nebinar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him, and brought his ashes to Gazarath, knowing that their marriage would forever sever ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the chastened that Gazarath still haunts the lake, and that those who sprinkle the ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit. In memory of the contract with its beloved Ostia, Gazarath will grant a single wish and then vanish, never to be heard from again. A note is scribbled in the margin beneath the page. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks on an overhang overlooking the half-sunken Tevinter Dome, maybe Gazarath will appear and give you a wish. If the battle takes you there, I think it's worth a try. And then Hurlock. Taller than their Jedlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly a human size, but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troop of the Darkspawn, a single berserking Hurlock, can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it is unknown whether or not there is a uniform standard to these markings. Hurlock emissaries have also been known to appear during a blight. These Darkspawn are the only ones recorded as being capable of human speech, and are often capable of employing magic. Ah, so they can talk people. Overlooking the Tevinter Dome. Was that back this way? Oh, maybe it's over here. Let's see if we can go activate Gazarath. Maybe it was up here. No, this is the other. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's the other way. All I know is that we will have to activate that guy, because it's funny. Maybe it was over here? I don't know. I'm gonna go on every hill that I can find. No, that's the campsite. Understood. Understood. Alright, let's go. Back this way, I suppose. Let's go across the bridge and then we'll go on the other side afterwards. That seems fine to me. And what is all this? Oh, there's wolves over there. And what is this? This is a little secret path. A secret path that's way. I'm stuck. There we go. I was like, I'm stuck. I will stab this wolf in the ass and you cannot stop me. Oh my god, there's more. Alpha wolf. Jorah's gonna die. How come Alistair keeps getting all these kills? It's messed up. I need an injury kit. I don't have one. I would like one. Yo, look at these two dudes looking at each other. What's this about? Another one. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I will write you. I've had difficulty finding the Chastened to bring them the mail. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They've appeared to have left this area in great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called Darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the wilds in ever greater numbers. I have left you a weapon, and everything else I can spare, my son. What is going on? What's going on here? Why we gotta be dropping frames all the time? It's not even right. YouTube just hates me. Okay, I think we're good now. Think we're good? Are we good? I think we're back. Gave me an error just in time for me to come back. I have left you a weapon and everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we will meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her and take care of our family. Sorry, that's not gonna happen. Chastened flat blade. Maybe we could give that to Alistair later. Or is that a... No, it's a two-handed sword. Maybe we can give it to somebody else later. I was gonna say, can I walk across that? Well, I don't think I can. We killed a lot of wolves. Let's go this way before we go across the bridge. Just because I think, hello? Thankfully the rogues, or the genlock are not that difficult to kill. Oh wow, he really cut that guy's head off. Really just gave it to him, huh? I hear squirrels. Ooh, and there's more baddies. I sense some darkspawn too.
Let's have at it.
The battle music in this game is so good. I told Jacob we were playing Dragon Age and he literally busted. I've played Dragon Age before. I love Dragon Age. I'm a huge fan of Dragon Age. Come here, you little fucker. Is that everybody? That's everybody. That is everybody. Give me your elf root. I have to go around the building. Where? Oh, brother. I can shoot at you back, idiot.
If you insist, take that.
Are there more? Oh, there is. Hey, come here.
Going.
Let's just alert them all from afar away. I don't know why he started shooting at them when I was exploring, but... Shoot the archer. I don't want to even be involved in this. I don't even want to be involved in this. It's messed up. So messed up. Why did you even start attacking them? Davith. If that even is your name. It is his name. Did I get the elf root? I did. Hidden cache. There's more? How many of you fuckers do I have to kill? Well, I guess it was smart of me to shoot them from afar. Either way, get backstabbed.
Let's have at it. Yes.
hidden cache. You rummage around in the rubble and find Rigby's secret cache. Inside is an iron lockbox sealed with wax. Take the lockbox to bring to Jeddah. We're not gonna open the dead man's lockbox. Now, if we do open the lockbox, chastened trail sign. Okay, there's actually a bunch of these, I think. Yeah, we gotta go look for them. We're not gonna take the man's box. Mud idol. Cold resistance and damage? Oh, injury kit. Hold on, we're also gonna put it on our hotbar before we lose it. Yes, now my skull is no longer cracked. Alright, I don't know if it matters if we find all of the chastened trail signs, but it's kind of fun. Go on a little fetch quest. We get a little music playing. And there is 2 down here. And I don't know if there's any on this side, but because we haven't gone this way yet. Maybe there is. Oh, wait. I got a codex. Let's read it. Signs of the Chastened. The chastened barbarians are nothing if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubble along the paths of the wilds. In this way, they mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. Interestingly, these markers look indistinguishable from a regular pile of stones. I have dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I am close to a breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point to a hoard or a location used for secret storage among the chastened. Ooh, we are definitely going to find all of these. I want the secret hoard. I have only found a portion of the message, however. I think that if I could complete the message, find all of the trail markers, I can find this cache and see what treasure the chastened have to hide. I have found one such marker near this camp under a fallen tree leaning against the ruins. Each marker seems to point to 1 or 2 others. I hear rumors that a darkspawn horde is coming. I hope I can find this treasure before it's too late. Sorry, Rigby. You couldn't. You died. Sorry. And your son died. And now your wife is left to mourn unknowingly. She thinks you're coming home. You're not coming home. You really are not. Oh, man. I should have came here before. All I got is elf fruit. Alright, it's fine. It'll help me make potions later. Oh, God. Welcome, welcome, everybody. We are in the midst of a lore through of Dragon Age Origins. We have done so much reading and so much talking, and I have enjoyed every single second of it. If you couldn't tell, we are playing with some mods. And nothing lore breaking, anything obviously. Just some quality of life stuff. And right now I'm looking for these chastened trail markers so I can find a little secret cache of goodies. There's one down here. There it is. I see it next to this cool... Look at this. I don't know if this is chastened, or... I assume it must be. Or if it's from a time before the chastened. But this is a hand reaching down from above to grab this eye. Pronouns? Any's fine. Oh, there's more. Chastened trail sign. And this will point me to some more.
Yes. What's this?
Okay. I think it's gonna converge in the middle there, so we'll go to the right one first. Either way, your PNG tuber is cute. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we got 2 more, I think. I hope there's no more. Where is it? Oh my god, it's all the way up here. Chastened trail sign.
What's that?
And then it's going to lead us to the middle, where hopefully we get some good stuff. Oh no, there's one all the way over there. I was so excited. I was like, oh, the chest has to be here. It's not here. But at least we've explored everything so that we know that's the way that we have to go. For some reason I thought the west way was the right way before, but obviously that's not the case. Alright, show me your trail sign. What do you mean? What do you mean the trail signs of the Chastened have alerted you to an old cache? Of course they have. I guess it must be this way. And then we'll see more on the map. For some reason that trap is bugged out, which I'm not complaining about, but... Look at all these dead people. Look at all these dead people. Oh! This is where we fight, Had the trap bug out too. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna save here just in case I get absolutely owned by, Hold on, I gotta look up his name. What's your fucking name? Gazareth. Sprinkle more ash on the pile of stones. Alright, we're gonna fight. If you're okay with me saying it's by the campfire, if I want to know something, I will ask. The point is that I'm just sort of exploring and reading and learning about the world on my own endeavor. But I appreciate the information. But in the future, stun that bitch. Oh, he's unstunnable. He did not stun. Get behind him. Sorry, no, you're okay. It's totally fine. Alright, we're just gonna sit here backstabbing him as much as we can. Jory is dead, but what else is new? Alright, I got a sword. A great sword. I got a great sword. Cool. I don't really need it, but that's fine. Ooh, pile of rags. Enchanter's footing for a mage. Okay. I'm not mad about it. I'll take some mage boots. Hey, why are you saving? No, go down here first. Oh, I guess not. I guess don't go down there first. I want to go over here. I want to see what's going on. I want to see the part of the map that I haven't looked at yet. Look at this. Who are you? Very cool. This must be... Chastened, I see it. Alright, there's gonna be some guys ambushing me here. But not before I loot. Alright, die. Just die. Just perish. Alright, get behind him. Oh no, I'm stuck on the log bench. Alright. That's fine. I totally helped. I totally helped. Chastened cash. Holy! Is this better than my bow? No, but it's good. I'm taking these. I'm not equipping anything for the moment, but I am taking them. And I'm gonna save again. We're doing hard saves for the most part because the game's kind of buggy. Because it's old and unsupported, and BioWare hates Dragon Age Origins for some reason. They don't want to patch it. They don't want it to be a better game than it is. They don't even want it to be playable. If you want to play Dragon Age Origins on PC, it's basically required to mod the game, otherwise it barely functions.
Right to the face.
Bro, stop shooting at me. I'm collecting herb. Hey, bitch, I can do the same thing.
Dead yet? Yes.
There you go. There you go.
I sense some darkspawn.
Once had the dark spawn mage glitch under the bridge here. Oh, I got some money. 43 copper. Come here. Alright, I'm just gonna shoot the guy with the bow for a second. Kill him. Thank you. Oh no. Hold on a sec. YouTube broke. Are we good? Like, what is going on here? Why is it doing this? Please reconnect. Please? 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 Are we back? Are we back? Please say we're back. Please say we're back. We're so back, gamer. Gamer moment. Alright, I don't know what's going on. For some reason, the, YouTubiness connectionist is, ass. Complete ass today. I'm not gonna touch that until I go up here. I want to see if there's anything else up here. Grey Warden Outpost. There is not. No, there's not anything else up here. Warden's Cache.
Well, well. What have we here?
Hello, Morgan. Sorry, I'm not supposed to know your
vulture,
name yet.
I wonder. A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey?
I feel like I'm the prey in this scenario.
What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I am neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
Swooping
She's
really
a witch
is
of
bad.
The wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Elves are not frightened little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
You were behind because of the crash? Yeah, if you experience the crash, go ahead and refresh the page. Otherwise, you won't be quite caught up. She asked me my name. You can call me Soul. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan.
I will.
Shall I guess your purpose?
I'll call you Morrigan.
You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
Very eloquent.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
We had the same
Quite
thought.
Easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
OBS is having issues. My chat keeps getting disconnected. It's fine. Then who removed them, if you did not do so?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
'Twas your mother.
Yes, my mother. Did you assume I spawned from a log?
A thieving, weird talking log, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
Why are you interested in helping us? I think is a good question to ask. I don't know if there's a better one to ask.
Why not? I do not meet many people here. Are you all so mistrustful?
I want an honest answer. Are you a witch of the wilds?
Have I...
It's so messed up. Why did it break again? That's so messed up, so fucked up, so very, very fucked up. I don't know what's going on, but why does it do this? It's so messed up. This kind of stuff has not happened in quite a while, so it's a shame that this keeps happening. We might have to end early. I don't want to. I do not want to do that. But we're not going to do it right now. We're back. Perfect. All right. Tell us about your mother first.
She prefers her privacy, but I imagine she will be curious enough why you were here. Come, see for yourself.
I say we go with her.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'll be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
That's fair. If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'll be a nice change. Very insightful, Sir Jory. His name is literally Surgery. What the hell? I never thought of it like that.
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Hello.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Dareth. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your elven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe?
I believe that I don't know what to believe. I'm not sure what to believe.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, It seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
I would love to see it.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True. They came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
What do you mean the threat is greater than we realize?
Either the threat is more, or they realize less. Or perhaps the threat is nothing. Or perhaps they realize nothing. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
I love Flemeth. She's so funny. Flemeth is so funny.
Ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
I'm following. Take me back to Ostagar, I guess. I think we've done everything we possibly could in the wilds. Alright. Why am I controlling Sir Jory? Weird. Weird. Alright, let's talk to the Kennel Master first.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
Is this the flower you're looking for?
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
How long before there's an improvement?
A day, maybe 2. There's enough ointment for him to make a full recovery. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
You think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and
That's
just...
so funny.
Well, take another look.
Okay, I think we have all of our quests in order here. I'm going to sell stuff at the quartermaster first. Oh, hello, Wynn. Can I talk to you again?
Back again? Don't the Grey Wardens need you? Off you go.
The tranquil has moved. Let me open this. Take it all. Alright, quartermaster. I'm going to sell you all my...
Hello again. Is there something you need?
All my garbage.
Some supplies, perhaps?
Shut up. You can take this. 9, 6. We don't need that. 11. Oh my god. We'll keep those. We'll get rid of these. We'll get rid of the darkspawn stuff. You don't need it. We don't need any mage stuff right now, but I don't really know if we can sell the leather. We won't need that. Alistair, what are you even using? Isn't that better? Oh, it's two-handed. That's two-handed, this is two-handed. This is worse. Sell it. What about your armor? What are you even wearing? He's wearing splint mail. Don't sell that, we'll just make him wear it. Armor 1. Oh, we don't want him to reduce our hostility, actually. We might want to wear that once we can. Get rid of the chainmail. And the scale armor, I guess. We don't need any of this. You know what? I'll get rid of my armor too. We'll keep the helmet. And then we'll get rid of the clan shield. Alright, and then I will buy all of your health potions, all of your injury kits, a backpack, a recipe, a recipe, a recipe, a recipe, a recipe, a recipe, and you know what? I'll buy these for later. Taking everything, yes. Alright, I think we're done with the quests here. A note. I didn't see this before. I can go in here now. Dogs in Ferelden. Ooh, guess what time it is? Codex time. We don't need to read the characters yet. Oh, we added alphas to this. More intelligent, more skilled fighters, often serving as commanders or generals. Shade. Oh, because we fought the demon, Gazareth. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body, but this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that is adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead, the very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it. But what of those that do not? What of those that encounter no life or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters just as it did in the Fade. Once it has drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade. There is evidence to believe this is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. If it focuses its will, it can drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to assault the minds of a living victim, causing confusion or horror, and making the target ripe for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that, once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slaked. From the journal of former senior enchanter Melius, declared apostate in 920. That was 11 years ago. Dogs in Ferelden. I am frequently asked during my travels in other lands to explain the dogs omnipresent in Ferelden. Inevitably, I tell my foreign questioners that there are no more dogs in my homeland than in their own. In every civilized corner of Thedas, an astute observer will notice dogs employed in hunting game, keeping barns and storehouses free of vermin, herding livestock, guarding homes, and even used as beasts of burden in the mountains. It is simply that Ferelden show appreciation for the work that our dogs do, and perhaps the reason for that is tangled up in mythology. Hafter, the first man to be named Tern, the hero who united our Alamari ancestors to drive back the darkspawn of the Second Blight, was reputed to be the son of a werewolf. Ooh, a werewolf. Now, perhaps this was meant to be some comment on his temperament, or simply a way of making a great man even larger than life. But more than half the noble families of Ferelden claim to be descendants of Hafter, and consequently, many of our people believe they have some distant kinship with the wolves. It is only good manners to be polite to one's kin. My brother Genitivi, remember what I said about that guy? He writes like half the codexes. We're gonna save before we go into this cutscene. Let's talk. Duncan? Nothing bad's gonna happen to us, right, Duncan?
From the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Now, will you tell us what this... Maybe we should tell you about Morrigan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had the scrolls. They were both very... odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
Now will you tell us what this ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Ah. You're saying the joining can kill us. Isn't that why the joining is so secret?
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
I'm so short.
Let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
Take me to your old temple house. I joined you then, and I joined you now.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Oh, you shut up, coward.
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Nope.
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Stop yammering. You're giving me a headache. Are all humans such cowards?
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
Yep.
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
Yeah, that's kind of the Grey Warden way. Will you both shut up? Will you both shut up?
Yes, Sir Knight. Try not to wet your trousers until the ritual starts.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
Man has never thought before. He's never felt anything before. He's never had any internal strife before. Jesus Christ.
On the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
I will become a master of my taint. What? Let's get on with it then.
We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
This motherfucker.
And that one day, we shall join you.
This is one of the hardest cutscenes.
Davith, step forward.
Drink your shit, Davith. It can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. Oh wait, never mind, it can.
Maker's breath.
Down he goes.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry.
Shouldn't have run.
The joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good.
Submitting BRB, submitting myself to the taint.
From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.